Welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you're here with us. You'd like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. I know I haven't done a video lately, but this is a video about one of the things that I love about the hobby, and that is 3D printing. And so over the years, I have tried many different 3D printers, and this video is, as it was entitled, is why the reason why I'll never buy a Creality 3D printer again. And so I want to tell you a bit of a story. I started way back when you built your own 3D printers, and I built them from ground up in all the different parts and got kits and stuff. And then when I got my Creality, I was like, wow, this is the greatest thing since sliced beans and sliced bread. Sliced beans, where did that come from? Anyways, this is the greatest things from sliced bread. And so I really liked my Creality, and I got one of them, and then I got another one, and then I got another one, and another one. And so I ended up with 6 Creality 3D printers at one point. I did sell one to one of my friends. And my last Creality 3D printer was the Ender 3 version 2. I had, as I said, 4 Ender 3. One was an Ender 3 Pro, so they weren't all just Ender 3s. And each and every one of them I heavily modified. I've gone from the stock to adding little things to make them balanced, and adding the dual lead screws to bed levelers on all of them. And then I bought the Ender 3 version 2 by mistake. Actually, I was trying to get their newer thing, the Ender 3 version 3, but for some reason it messed up my thing, and I was like, who cares? I'll try it and keep it. I really did want the version 3, and maybe the whole thing wouldn't be coming to this if I actually got that printer, but I didn't. And so the Ender 3 version 2 that I had was quite a lemon. I've had nothing but problems since I've got it. I've replaced hot ends. I've replaced hot ends on all of them. There is general maintenance. And that's one reason I went with the Ender 3 is because I started doing maintenance on them, and I got used to doing maintenance on them, and I bought the same similar parts for all the ones that I did. For me, it was just like, you might as well have all the same sort of parts and stuff that you need. So when you fix one, you can fix them all, and you know how to fix them. And so that was the one thing I liked about Ender and the Creality universe. Now, I didn't just get Enders. I had a Creality CR10 version 2. I like it. I still use it for some of my bigger prints. To be honest, it's actually printing the smallest stuff I have right now. It's my biggest printer, but it's printing the smallest stuff I have. And I also had some other knockoffs of the CR10. But the reason why I will not get Creality anymore. Now, I'm telling you something, first of all, Creality was a great printer for me in the time and the pinch, and why I bought so many of them. But here's the problem. When I had that problem with getting the right version of the Creality Ender, and I ended up with the Ender 2, and it was such a lemon. I just hated it. It started driving me crazy, and it made me start to lose my passion for printing. And I was constantly working on fixing it, and there's nothing worse than trying to get a printer to do what you want it to do, and then you leave dead time and you're not printing. And for me, with having so many printers, I like to keep them running a lot, and I like to keep them going. And I don't mind fixing one or two problems, but when it's repetitive problems and it's problems that I can't figure out, like my version 2 would just cut out halfway through a print on a regular basis. And I tried, flashing the stick. I tried flashing the whole firmware. I've tried everything, resetting from beginning, going through it all, and it just gave me so many problems. But during that process, I decided I was going to try a Bamboo Labs A1. They came on sale, and well, not on sale, they came out, and I bought one. But I decided I was going to buy one with the little 4 spool thing that they have with it, the AMS light. And I thought, well, it's an extra $200. It's now getting up there. It's kind of expensive. It is costly for a 3D printer. But since I've got my Bamboo Labs, there's been a problem. And you know what that problem is? I don't use my enders anymore. I like to. I'd like to be able to print mass things. Maybe when I've got a project that got 5 or 6 things, I might throw them on. But I've got 5 Creality printers that I've replaced with one Bamboo A1. One because the workflow is so much easier. It's so easy. I can I start a print from my phone. I just don't have to carry around the little SD cards. I know you can do that with mods to the enders, and I know the new enders have gone that way. But the AMS Lite, I thought, why would I ever want this? The only reason I bought it is because I was toying with Hue Forge things, and so for those who don't know, Hue Forge are kind of like pictures, but they're done on 3D with different shades of colors until your lights shine, kind of go through it and makes it look like a cool little picture. They're really cool. And so I wanted to do some Hue Forge things, some Star Wars Hue Forge things. I'm really into Star Wars, as most of you know if you've been to this channel before. But I was right in the middle of a huge project. I was doing I've got a series of tabletops I'm building right now, and they're all based around the Solo movies. And I was doing my train one. So I have a huge train set from Solo that goes through the mountains and stuff. And I'm building this board, and I was in the process of doing that when I started this. And I had my Ender 3s printing some of the trains. But then when I got this Bamboo Labs A1, I printed some of the trains, and it was so much easier to get the supports off of, so much easier to glue together. The product was so much nicer, and it was so easy to set up the boards. I set up every printing. I set up 21 different print beds, and then I just, when one was done, took it off, and I hit the next one. It just kept going through all 21 beds were done. And I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to figure out, okay, which card am I doing this one on? Which one I'm doing this on? And literally the one Bamboo Labs A1 replaced 5 Creality printers. I still have them all, but they barely see any use. And the other thing is, it's so easy. Even my son prints now, which is the downfall. He prints now too and uses my plastic. But he finds prints and he prints them himself. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to think about it. He just does the prints. He just, before I'd have to set it up for him, level the bed, do different things. If we're printing Stormtrooper armor or Mandalorian armor, he would want, and now he just goes and does it, and it's really simple. And that's the thing, it's so simple and so easy, even from somebody like me who's done printing for a long time and knows the ins and outs. The workflow is so good on Bamboo Labs, and I thought, no, I'm really a Creality guy. I love them, but I believe the hype about Bamboo Labs right now. It's been easy to work with. It's been very easy to work with. I went to work today, threw on my phone a print, and I came home, and here's the print I had. It was just like that easy. I just picked it up and got this print. And so I'm sold. I'm now a Bamboo Labs fanboy, unfortunately. So that's what's going on. And so I've been printing a lot on my Bamboo Labs, and I pay for everything. This is not like a product placement for Bamboo Labs or something for Creality. Obviously, I'm telling them I'm not using Creality anymore because the last couple of Crealities I had so many problems, and I'm fixing it, and I spent more time fixing it than I was printing. And if you're into the hobby of fixing 3D printers, then keep going with Creality. But I'm in the hobby of producing prints and getting them on the table so we can play amazing boards with some great 3D printed terrain. And so, yeah. And the reason I like the MS Lite is not because of multicolors. It wasn't because of Hue Forge. The whole reason I bought it, I haven't done a single Hue Forge yet. But I plan on doing it, but I haven't done one yet. It's because I load up 4 of the same filament on it, and I walk away and I don't have to worry. If one runs out, it goes to the next one. And then I just reload it when I have a chance. And literally, it's so easy. I walk away and forget, walk it in, forget, come back, and it's telling me, oh, you need to grease your little thing. So I grease my thing for maintenance, do a couple of cleanups and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, I have to say. 3D printing's never been so much fun or so easy. And thank you, Bamboo Labs, for letting me see the light. And bye, Creality. It was fun while it lasted. We had a good 7 years together. Thank you, Creality, for all your 7 years. But may you rest in peace. Now you're relegated to printing my clips. Thank you, and I'm glad you made it this far, and I hope this maybe opens your eyes to 3D printing a little bit. If you're starting today and you don't have to print anything big, try out the Bamboo Labs A1 Mini. The A1's great. A1 Mini is just a little cheaper. If you can pick up a Creality cheap and you don't mind working on it, go for it. May the Force be with you, and as always, enjoy playing Star Wars Legion and bring joy to your games with great terrain printed by 3D printers like Bamboo Labs.